Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Declassified files from British government show Gowon lied about Biafran war. Declassified files from British government shows Gowon lied about Biafran war. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. A recently declassified files come memo from the British government exposed so many facts about the months before the Biafran Nigerian war started and during that 3-year-old war. More facts from declassified files bring more in-depth insights to the fore for the public to learn what transpired before and during the Biafran Nigerian war. Our direct interest are trade and investment, including an important stake by Shell BP in the eastern region. There are nearly 20,000 British nationals in Nigeria, for whose welfare we are, of course, especially SIC concerned. The Foreign Office noted a few days before the outbreak of the war, Shell BP's investment amounted to around 200 million, with other British investment in Nigeria accounting for a further 90 million. It was then partly owned by the British government and the largest producer of oil, which provided most of Nigerians' export earnings. Most of this oil was in the eastern region. Commonwealth Minister George Thomas wrote in August 1967 that the sole immediate British interest in Nigeria is that the Nigerian economy should be brought back to a condition in which our substantial trade and investment in the country can be further developed, and particularly so we can regain access to important oil installations. Thomas further outlined the primary reason why Britain was so keen to preserve Nigerian unity, noting that our only direct interest in the maintenance of the Federation is that Nigeria has been developed as an economic unit, and any disruption of these would have adverse effect on trade and development. If Nigeria were to break up, he added, we cannot expect that economic cooperation between the component part of what was Nigeria, particularly between the East and the West, will necessarily enable development and trade to proceed at the same level as they would have done in a unified Nigeria. Nor can we now count on the Shell BP oil concession being regained on the same terms as in the past if the East and the Midwest assume full control of their own economies. Ojukwu initially tried to get Shell BP to pay royalties to the Biafran government rather than the FMG. The oil companies, after giving the Biafrans a small token payment, eventually refused and Ojukwu responded by sequestering Shell's property and installations, forbidding Shell to do any further business and ordering all its staff out. They have much to lose if the FMG do not achieve the expected victory, George Thomas noted in August 1967. A key British aim throughout the war was to secure the lifting of the blockade which Gowon imposed on the East and which stopped oil exports. In the run-up to Gowon's declaration of war, Britain had made it clear to the FMG that it completely supported Nigerian unity. George Thomas had told the Nigerian High Commissioner in London at the end of April 1967, for example, that the federal government had our sympathy and our full support, but said that he hoped the use of force against the East could be avoided. On 28 May, Gowon, having just declared a state of emergency, explicitly told Britain's defense attaché that the FMG was likely to mount an invasion from the north. Gowon asked whether Britain would provide fighter cover for the attack and naval support to reinforce the blockade of eastern ports. The defense attaché replied that both were out of the question. By the time Gowon ordered military action in early July, therefore Britain had refused Nigerian request to be militarily involved and had urged Gowon to seek a peaceful solution. However, the Wilson government had also assured Gowon of British support for Nigerian unity at a time when military preparations were taking place, and Britain had also made no signs that it might cut off or reduce arms supplies if a military campaign were launched. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.